Hello everyone, this is Goober from FactionFiles.com, and today I'm going to walk you through exploiting a bug that I found in Red that can be quite useful. I found this a couple of years ago, and what it's used for is permitting alpha textures, which are textures that have some degree of transparency, in Red to be put on moving brushes and function correctly. So for our testing room, I'm just going to make a box that's say 10 by 20 by 20 build, and I'm going to move this up a bit and align our player start with it so that we spawn in a corner. It's a very bad idea to ever move the player start, so you should always move your level around it. And I'm just going to create, say, let's make some grading, or a fence. Alright, so I'll just make a face brush of type solid, create that, set it to detailed because it needs to be detailed to have alpha on it. I'm going to go into vertex mode, I'm going to select all the vertices in the face, and then I'm going to hit Ctrl-G to snap them to the grid because by default faces are never snapped to the grid. I can just click on stretch, 3x4, yeah, that's fine. I'm just going, actually I'll align that with the ground. And go into texture mode, I'm going to select this face, I'm going to browse for grading. mtl_ss_grading02_a.tga. That's what I'm going to use. I'll just copy the UVs on that over to the other side and flip it horizontally so it matches perfectly. Build. Yep, matches perfectly. Now I'm going to go into brush mode, select it, then go into group mode. You could have selected in group mode. Then just create a group. I'm just going to call it moving fence 1. Then I will make this into a mover by hitting the keyframe button while selected in user-defined groups. In the keyframe properties, I'm going to just change this to ping pong once. I'll change the departing and returning travel time to say 4 seconds. Then I need to create another mover. Just go to moving groups, select the mover, and hit keyframe again. So I'm just going to move that mover up. I'm going to give it a pause time of 2 seconds, and I'm going to give it the same departing and returning travel time, and stay on ping pong once. Now if I save as, say, moving test, it's going to snap my brush back to where the initial keyframe was. Now I'm just going to put a button right next to it, so I go to clutter and switches. I'll just put a 2-part switch for now and rotate it so that it's facing the player. And I'm just going to put in a trigger door, go to properties on it, change trigger reset time to say 1 second, and use key is required to activate trigger, so that I have to go up to this button and hit enter. I'm going to link the trigger to the button by selecting the trigger, then the button, then hitting the K key on the keyboard. Then I'm also going to select the trigger, select the starting keyframe, the gold one, and hit K again to link them. So now I'm just going to save this and create a pack file. Now if I go and play this map, you will notice that although it had alpha in red, this no longer has alpha, and it does move. It no longer has alpha. There's a very easy way to get around this, and it's a bug that I found a couple of years ago, like I said. I'm just going to select the brush, the mover, then go into front view or top or left, it really doesn't matter, and then I'm going to hit clip. I'm going to place 2 clipping nodes by just clicking, and then I'm going to hit cut. Now it's not going to actually cut the brush because it's a detail brush and it's a mover, and then I'm just going to build. Now if I save this again and create a level pack file and play it, as you can see, there's now alpha on our brush, and I can hit this and it moves perfectly. I really don't know why this works, but I found it a couple years ago and it's worked well since. I've used it in plenty of maps, including Runner's Revenge. Cyrus has used it in some of his, so has Ninja and some other mappers. But you can use this to create some pretty neat effects. I'm just going to go into group mode, select this keyframe, and hit no player collide so we can walk through it. I'm going to save it, create a pack file, and play it again. be useful for creating grading that you can walk through. As you can see, the alpha on it works fine. Anyway, that wraps up this tutorial. Thanks for watching.